brief, whatever I'm trying to gonna do, as you know, on Saturday night, we're gonna have Erev Tisha B'Av, and on the Sunday morning, we have the great fast. That's it's gonna be more than 26 hours, starting from the night, Saturday night, till the day after Sunday, Tisha B'Av. What does it mean Tisha B'Av means? Tisha B'Av, it was a destruction of the first temple and second temple. As well, in the Bible is mentioned that it was forbidden for Israel gonna get to Jewish homeland, and they were obliged for 4 years gonna spread out and gonna move from one stop to another stop for 4 years. Why? Because ma'asu becheretz eretz hachemda. Because they didn't want it that they say they are giants, they are nephilim, and we cannot overcome the challenge to gonna capture and conquer Eretz Israel. Hotziu la'az al Eretz Israel. The point is that whenever they're speaking, what's the reason of the destruction of the temple? Temple, as we say, is temple is the kli, okay? The essence of that is the Jewish concept, the kindness that we be, the Torah that inside it, how we can help one each other. Whenever that there is a temple, that people do the sins, they have avodah zarah, shvichut damim, and when it say avodah zarah, shvichut yamim, shvichut damim as well, and other bad deeds, it doesn't make that we have temple and we have a temple. That's why Hashem brought the Ashurians, they brought the Bavlim, as well the Romans to destroy the temple, because you cannot rely on the temple that you do not to kind of have good behavior, and okay, I gonna take the sacrifice and korban to the temple, okay, and the clergyman as well, the Kohen Gadol, gonna forgive me. No, it's starting with the problem that we have, the problematic thing that we have, that was Sinat Chinam. And Sinat Chinam, even after 2,000 years that we are far away from the temple that we was destructed, and the Kotel Maravi is just one side of the temple, that is the west part of that. Okay, the Kotel Hamaravi, when it say the western wall, it was because of Kamsa Bar Kamsa. Kamsa Bar Kamsa, there were two, two guys that were hating one each other. Do you remember the seeds of hatred? Spoke about the anti-Semitism, how we can make the Tikkun Olam love one each other without any reason, how to help one each other. The story is starting in the Sanhedrin, as I remember, 66, the page of 66. Comes out the words two that were hating one each other, and he make it comes out make an a great party, and brought all, invited all the people, the elites and so on, gonna come to this party and get together. It was great eating and dancing and so on. And the guy that was obliged to gonna bring the hazmana, the invitation to the guest, that is say Kamsa Bar Kamsa, he was confused, and he took the invitation also to his the one that he hated, and he thought that okay, he will compromise with him. That's why he invited him, going to come to this party and get together. and he gets over there and he say, "What are you doing over here? Who invites you?" He say, "You invite me. You sent in the invitation. You're, the one that you send invite to come. No, no, get out of here." What is say? But I'm coming over here. You know what? I gonna pay my plate that you are eating, my meal. No, no, get out of here. I gonna pay. It's, half of the meals over here and the guests. Don't make me be ashamed. Okay, don't make me shaming. Okay, I said, you know what? I'm gonna pay all the expenses that you have for this your party. Don't make me ashamed to gonna get out of here and you throw me out of here. No, 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 take out of here. And he took him and throw him out of the party, out of the gathering. And Chachmei Israel were over there. And Chachmei Israel, because there's a wealthy man, multimillionaire, they got silent. And Hashem said, Chachmei Israel, the Jewish scholars, be silent whenever that you're one of my human beings that were in the image of God was created. You're gonna be ashamed, and the Chachmei Israel gonna be in silence. I cannot get that because instead of glorifying me, that they are whenever that's when and said that's why whatever happened, one guy got to the to the Romans and they said, you know what, they were rioting and rebelling against the Malchut, against the Romans. See how I know that? They say just take a korban, sacrifice it, to send it to them. If they're gonna have sacrifice it, so they're not rebellions. If not gonna sacrifice, that you're sending as a as a Caesar, then you're gonna have rebelled too. And they say, okay, I'm gonna send the sacrifice, and whatever that you take it, they sacrifice the korban to the temple, and whenever they got they sacrificed the korban, he made this guy that was thrown out of the party made on the tongue on the asa עשה פגם בפיו של הקורבן. Whenever that you bring in the sheep or someone, whenever that you have a pgam, a defect on his mouth, you cannot let him to gonna sacrifice. And it's brought to the committee of the Jewish scholars that say, okay, we're gonna sacrifice, not gonna sacrifice. If you're not gonna, if you're gonna sacrifice, where they say all the people are gonna say that's whenever that's it's a defect sacrifice you're bringing, that you're gonna be acceptable. If not, you're gonna sacrifice, okay, then they say that's the kingdom. We are rebelling of the kingdom. Whatever that happened over here, you see the ability and you have the power of one. The same thing, it's in pandemic and the COVID-19, one guy ate whatever that he ate in China and made all the people be influenced and impacted by the virus. Okay, it means that why כל המציל נפש אחד מישראל כאילו הציל עולם מלא. Why is so important in Judaism whenever that you saving, rescuing somebody, it's like you saved all the world, because one as an individual is not just one. It's image of God. It wasn't just one. Hashem doesn't have one son. Each of us, men and women, Zachar v'Nekava bera'am, they are the image of God was created, and kol hametzil nefesh echad me'Israel kili etzilo moleh. Whenever that you rescuing and you saving life of one person, it's keilu, save all the world. So it's so important that the life matter. Life matter, it means that no to abortion. No to abortion. It means that living and saving lives in Israel, how to, it's so important, even someone going to be killed, one of our soldiers or Goldin or Shaul, that right now they are robbed to the Gaza and they don't want to gonna give the body back. It means the body is sanctified. The why, how is sanctified? By the good deeds that he did. So that's why even somebody that is, passed away, it's not forgotten. We have to bring it to the community, bring it to the cemetery, and bury it over there. From this side, we can come to the to, Tisha B'Av, 9th of the Av, that's going to be on Sunday, and we worship and we hope to all the nations all around the world that we're going to have the Beit Hashlishi, the third temple, first of all in our minds, the first one in our hearts, to love one each other, and second level, going to bring all the nations by the Bnei Brit all together, that you're going to have the capital as a Jerusalem, as a Jewish nation forever, that it's going to be city of the hope, city of the peace, and by the loving one each other, instead of sinat chinam, we're going to have havat chinam, helping one each other. It's going to bring the tikkun olam. Thank you very much.